This Monday, the 27th of April, Aries, you'll be enthusiastically nodding in that Zoom meeting, desperately trying to remember if your camera is on while simultaneously composing a strongly worded email to Tanya about communal biscuit consumption. Mars is clearly having a laugh at your expense, because your inbox will resemble a textual reenactment of the Battle of Hastings. Brenda will of course reply all to complain about the reenactment's historical inaccuracies. By lunchtime, that gourmet badger food idea will feel less genius, more leave it. By 3 p.m., Lewis will be screening your calls, you've messaged so much. Venus hasn't blocked you from 2024, but it's strongly considering it, especially after that pineapple pizza incident, you know the one. Your doomscope animal today is a parrot repeating, but have you considered a badger cafe until Priya hides all the coffee? You'll then decide to reorganize your spice rack, only to abandon it halfway through, muttering about needing more alphabetized dividers and less cumin. Advice: finish that spice rack. Monday. You'll wrestle the snooze button so hard it might actually file for assault. Bolt upright, 27 minutes behind, attempt to style your hair and instead invent a new form of static cling. At work, Venus is throwing shade worthy of a real housewife after you blamed her for last Friday's karaoke rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody. Denise CCS you on a passive-aggressive email titled Teamwork, while Craig unveils his crypto scheme, again. Your resolve to not scream evaporates around 3:17 p.m., triggered by the memory of that tea cozy Karen knitted you in 2021. Tonight, after a valiant struggle to maintain verticality, peak Taurus is achieved, nestled in a blanket fort, binging Stacey Solomon home improvements. You are halfway through planning a kitchen renovation based entirely on paint charts and opinions of strangers with ring lights. You know it's wrong. You're doing it anyway. Advice: lean into inertia. Someone has to teach the dog where the sofa is. This Monday the 27th is starting with Gemini hitting the snooze button so hard they nearly launch it into next week. Your doomscope animal today is indeed a barnacle attached to the wrong ship. Specifically, the ship that promised free biscuits in the meeting. By lunchtime, Ricky has caught you accidentally liking your own LinkedIn post. Jason is definitely judging your fourth coffee. Fiona's offered you herbal tea, which is basically workplace passive aggression. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox with meeting requests, all titled urgent. The afternoon finds you starting a new online course, The Art of Saying No. You'll quit by tea time. Darren is actively avoiding eye contact now. In the evening, Gemini attempts to cook a healthy meal. You'll get as far as opening the fridge before deciding on toast for dinner. Then you will spend an hour browsing holidays you can't afford. Advice: if in doubt, blame the Wi-Fi. Monday. Cancer, your superpower today is professional dawdling. You'll beeline for the kettle at precisely 9:02, expertly avoiding Barry's dissertation on the definitive hobnob snap technique. But the bus is a law unto itself. Hold tight as it breaks and your perfectly assembled cheese and pickle sandwich spontaneously disassembles. Lunch finds you in Lorraine's office, where the aircon is set to penguin habitat. Flashbacks to Malcolm's aggressively cheerful Christmas jumper from last year overwhelm you. Researching the council's teabag ordering policy, all 76 pages, suddenly seems vital. Motivation is lower than a badger's burrow today. Venus is having a diva moment. The evening offers an escape, but not before Pauline wants a full debrief on Derek's leaving speech from 19. At home, the TV beckons with a documentary on competitive vegetable carving. Brace yourself for unexpected feelings when a marrow is crowned champion. Advice: stop dwelling on things. You're clinging to grievances tighter than Linda to her Tupperware. Monday the 27th of April and you'll swan into work like you're auditioning for the Royal Ballet, despite your doomscope object today being a mattress with one dodgy spring, more stable than your grip on reality. You'll almost decapitate Dave with your reusable water bottle at precisely 8:17 a.m., narrowly avoiding a full-on beverage-based incident. At work, Mars retrograde is using your inbox as its own personal spam cannon. You'll bravely, or foolishly, volunteer for the rebranding pitch, only to discover Claudia's pitched the company logo with her face badly photoshopped on it. The reaction is precisely what you'd expect. The afternoon finds you mainlining biscuits and inventing reasons to visit the stationery cupboard. Jordan will ask if you're okay, and you'll reply with an unsettling degree of enthusiasm. The evening unfolds like a particularly strange dream. You'll settle down to watch TV, then at 11:47 p.m. find yourself performing a one-person show to your reflection involving questionable accents, interpretive dance, and the near-total destruction of that biscuit tin. Advice: stop auditioning in the mirror. Your reflection is getting an agent. This morning, Virgo, your inbox is overflowing like Roger's Tupperware collection after the office buffet. At precisely 9:17 a.m., you'll tut audibly at a misplaced comma in Janet's email. Then you will notice your own far worse typo involving Diane, a stapler, and a deeply unfortunate autocorrect. Mars retrograde is basically rearranging your spice rack without asking. After discovering Sheila has bolded every third line of the monthly report, you'll draft a gentle reminder which morphs into a full PowerPoint presentation on font etiquette. At lunchtime, Graham will ask for help with the photocopier. Resist the urge to give him a history lesson on xerography, lovely. This evening, the lunar alignment whispers sweet nothings of just order a takeaway. Resistance, Virgo, is frankly exhausting. That attempt to organize your sock drawer by thread count. Abandon it. That new box set. You'll only end up meticulously logging each character's screen time. The sofa beckons, alongside that third episode of the Danish tax documentary. And the stars have spoken. Advice, stop color-coding your condiments. Monday the 27th of April, Libra, your aura is currently 78% oat latte and 22% sheer willpower. Your Doomscope object today is tangled Christmas lights in July, reflecting your dating life, probably. Commuting. You will spend the entire journey subtly angling for the window seat like it's your Olympic sport. Trace's already got one, obviously. Mars retrograde has declared war on your inbox. This afternoon brings the Connor email saga. You'll meticulously craft a professional reply, then accidentally reply all with, "Sounds good, hun." Cue frantic damage control in the group chat while trying to look busy for Hugo. Mel's seen everything. Tonight, cleaning is strictly forbidden. Instead, you'll ponder the existential question, can Yankee Candle really mask the aroma of abandoned dreams? You'll burn 3 different ones and descend into a tic-tac spiral from 2023 until Sebastian reasonably suggests sleep. Adele agrees. Advice, embrace the chaos. If you can't choose a candle, buy the shop. Monday the 27th of April finds you suspecting everyone's out to get you, Scorpio, especially Keith from accounts. You're already 3 steps ahead, mentally crafting your I was at home all night alibi while buying a pint of milk. Mars retrograde? He's not just personally victimizing your inbox, he's holding it hostage. This afternoon you'll redact emails so thoroughly even your mother wouldn't recognize them, making Greta wonder if you've finally cracked. Water cooler gossip. Please. All data points in a vast conspiracy you'll definitely overthink later. This will involve 57 minutes trying to remember Victoria's hamster's name, just in case it unlocks everything. This evening, Scorpio, that Sumber class? Absolutely not. Embrace the celestial permission to glue yourself to the sofa and interrogate that true crime documentary about competitive ferret grooming. And your neighbor's bins. You know, just in case. Advice, stop looking at me like that. I didn't write the stars, I just report them. Monday the 27th of April will arrive like your nan trying to navigate online banking, Sagittarius. You'll miss your alarm, naturally, then blame Mercury being in retrograde, again. That travel mug of lukewarm coffee? It was destined for Zara's beige trench coat the moment you filled it. Sorry, Zara. This afternoon, Venus is questioning your life choices, especially that team-building exercise involving covering Ollie's desk in cling film. Stuart from HR is still writing up the incident report. Your Doomscope vegetable is a spinach bag that's turned to slime, much like that dating app conversation you had last week. This evening, sensible decisions are off the table. Embrace the chaos. That bread maker you bought on impulse in 2023? Unbox it. Attempt a sourdough starter. Wendy might even join in, after you explain TikTok is not just for cats. Advice, stop trying to manifest a lottery win and manifest some common sense. This Monday the 27th of April begins with you accidentally replying all to Colin, only your email signature says sent from my iPhone whilst sobbing quietly. Venus is personally RSVPing you to social oblivion. Expect a mortifying train journey, punctuated by an internal scream so intense, it vibrates your teeth. Blame that rogue pretzel. By lunchtime, even you think Deborah's questioning look says, "Are you okay, or do I call someone?" Turns out, analyzing that spreadsheet made your pupils dilate to the size of dinner plates. One suspects the stars feel deeply awkward for all parties involved. It requires 7 layers of approvals to get through this kind of day. Tonight, the cosmos absolutely compels you to cancel that pottery class and aggressively unwind. Your competitive resting schedule must proceed. Order that takeaway, Thai, extra spring rolls, and settle in for some utterly brainless television. And the stars have spoken. Advice, log off. The universe regrets teaching you how to read. This Monday, April 27th, you'll faceplant over something utterly daft, probably a garden gnome sporting a tiny monocle. Your commitment to pretending it didn't happen is award-worthy. By 10:17 a.m., you'll be expertly nodding in that meeting while mentally redesigning Kevin's beige office into a tropical rainforest. Mars retrograde is weaponizing your inbox with passive-aggressive demands. You're drafting a gentle reminder email to Astrology, who's owed you since, like, last Tuesday, resisting the urge to attach a picture of a badger in a huff. Milo suggests aromatherapy. Bless him. Your doomscope animal today is a dormouse, perpetually napping. As useful as an chocolate teapot. Tonight, forsake any semblance of responsible adulting. That limp lettuce in the fridge can wait. Instead, you'll marathon competitive vegetable carving shows till 2 a.m., while simultaneously bidding on vintage ceramic poodles on eBay. A proper dinner plan is simply not on the cards. Advice: do not attempt to explain the offside rule to ins. Nobody wants that aggro. Monday, the 27th of April, Pisces, sees you forming an unhealthy attachment to your Greggs sausage roll wrapper. So strong is the bond, you'll try to iron it, thinking it's a lottery ticket. NASA hasn't witnessed drifting this epic since Gary last tried to parallel park. At precisely 2:47 p.m., Venus will be ghosting your attempts to return that ASOS dress a month late. Explaining the spiritual benefits of organic coffee enemas to Nadia leaves her less impressed than finding a single Pringle at the bottom of the tube. Just admit you're addicted, darling. Then, an email from Elaine about Rupert's leaving due threatens to reply all to the entire company, including Felix. Let's face it, he's probably already organized a commemorative crystal skull. Tonight, cocooning yourself feels less like self-care, more like avoiding Maeve's Tupperware party. Jupiter whispers sweet nothings of cheese and onion crisps directly into your soul. Resistance, darling, is futile. Advice: lay off the sausage rolls, Pisces. And maybe book a therapy session.